you think that they're trying to do that to help us out? Because this, the ancients never approved blocking out the sun. No. I wanted to find out what everybody believed in before religion came into play, because there are way too many religions. Not everybody can be right. So before there were a whole bunch of different religions, what did everybody believe in? What I found was every single civilization across the entire planet worshiped the sun as God. What they wrote was the sun is the physical manifestation of God in this realm or on earth. And when you think about it, bro, let there be light. The sun was first. Now, I was doing some research on the sun halos or the rainbow rings around the sun. And this is what it said, more fear tactics. Look, sun halos themselves are not harmful to observe. However, it is important to avoid looking directly at the sun, as its intense rays can damage the eye. Somebody doesn't want you to ever look at the sun. It gets deeper. I came across pictures that people have took of the ring around the sun as far back as 10 years ago. But the further you look back, the more rare that the pictures are to find. Once it hits 2019, 2020, that's when the pictures start popping up everywhere. People are all over the place taking pictures, wondering what it is.
This is also us jumping from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. These new frequencies are benefiting us in positive ways. They are altering and upgrading our genetics. These new upgrades literally turn us to superheroes, and they know it. You have 97% of your DNA locked, but this is the key to unlocking it. They know that these energies were coming, and they set up 5G towers. These 5G towers, they let off F waves, and that is extremely low frequencies that destroy the body and the brain. So they are literally trying to fight against this new energy that is coming in. And this new energy is trying to help you. They even put this stuff on the credit cards. 2 sons. They knew when the new energy came in, this would destroy their money system. The Hopis was one of our native tribes. And they called this blue sun the blue star Kachina. And they said that this star would symbolize the coming of a new world. The elders say that the blue star will come and purify those who need help. And then the red star will show up. This is his brother. But the red star represents destruction. And it will destroy all those who are wicked and evil. I want everybody to know that the blue star is here.
We discovered that we had an ancestor here, a cousin, who wasn't Homo sapiens sapien like us, but I believe that we're directly still linked to that lineage, that bloodline. And this was a being that was here, a hominid, that had a bigger brain. We could tell because we found the skull, we found the bones, this is not a mystery. A bigger brain, and I think that they probably had a bigger pineal gland because of a larger brain. Probably were more in tune with the Schumann resonant, the frequency of the earth, with nature, in tune with how to operate within nature and more of a green type of a society. And I truly believe that they were very much smarter than us, not technologically, but spiritually.
But what he was saying was they spent a couple $100,000 on this DNA testing from multiple sources. The evidence came back non-human. Okay, so pretty interesting stuff. Now we have thousands of these skulls now, thousands. Okay, not a few, not. Not a couple of anomalies. Thousands of these giant skulls, and they're in the museum. And I'll be going live from the museum in April. June, from Peru. Okay, with Brian Forster. Here goes the heights and some of the feats that have been stated by witnesses over thousands of years. Present-day modern human, which reaches an average height of about 6 feet tall. Then you have B, 15-foot human skeleton found in the southeast Turkey in the late 1950s in the Euphrates Valley.
On its own.
Babel was destroyed, and everybody was on there. Everybody spoke one language at first. This is what they teach you about the Tower of Babel. But you know what that story is symbolic of? The Tower of Babel story is symbolic of them cutting down our ancient trees. Once they cut the trees down, we used to let our locks grow real long, and Our lives was connected to these trees, these energy pyramids, these energy towers. So once they cut our ancient trees down, then we lost our ancient connection with our planet. That was the first thing they did to us. I keep telling y'all, every mountaintop is a motherfucking tree stump, my nigga. There's no such thing as a mountain. Those are ancient trees that were cut down, and they are hiding the truth from you in plain sight. Because if they let you know that ain't no mountain, that's really a tree stump, you're like, oh shit, that was a big ass tree. Now you gotta answer this for you. Why the fuck was the tree so big? Now that's gonna lead into where you was on a higher frequency and y'all were bigger. Now we back to that story of these.
Fantastic, but sometimes you'll get a chip that's implanted. Sometimes the doctor is under the control of the government. So far, so good. If it does detect a chip, what it does is it sucks a little bit of power from that chip in order to kind of make the light blink just the smallest amount. Oh my. I thought something out. So much for us having our freedom, huh? Yeah, we never had our freedom. This might appear to be intrusive, but it is entirely painless. Should be a good clean removal. Right there. Whoa. Yeah, I can see it. Okay? It's not really. Oh, there we go. Release. That. Yeah, that's a good one.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Yo, bring it on in, y'all. I got a secret for y'all. Look, the vlogging channel is officially lit. You feel me? I have been recording. I got some vlogs prepared for y'all. I just wanted to wait till this next month on like the 1st or the 2nd. I'm gonna be dropping my first video. It's going down over there. Look, it's gonna be a different type of vlog. I'm not gonna give y'all a whole hour-long vlog and just to show y'all what I'm doing at the end of the video. It's gonna be straight action, straight to the point, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be lifestyle. I'm gonna show y'all how I really do things behind the scenes. If y'all interested in that, just go in the description down below and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and put some notifications on for the vlog channel. But look, other than that, look, this video right here is gonna be very informative. Don't skip nothing in the video. Make sure you always going out here doing your research and never believe anything that you see in these videos. Make sure you go out here and seek the truth for yourself. But look, let's hop back into it.
The final goal is to eradicate humanity as we know it. Once you understand the final destination, it becomes much easier to look back and identify the psychological conditioning, the biological tampering, the cultural grooming and the educational prepping that we have been subjected to for decades in preparation to making us accept a post-human future. It takes a lot of physical and psychological abuse to get an intelligent species like ours to agree to its own extinction. Most, if not all, that has transcended in the last 60 years was designed to get us closer to accepting such a dystopian reality. Whether you care to accept it or not, we live in a hyper-controlled matrix where our perception of reality is meticulously planned, managed, and executed in order to control and steer us in whichever direction they wish. And the direction is a post-human world. For this, they first needed to destabilize, dehumanize, and demoralize humanity through every means possible. The destruction of the nuclear family, children being indoctrinated by the state, abortion, the eradication of God and spirituality from education, life in megacities and away from nature, toxic food, air, and water, social media, replacing real human connection and interaction, engineered financial crisis and taxation, endless wars and massive migration, stress, anxiety, depression, drugs and alcohol, constant fear-mongering, moral relativism is the new religion, and I could go on and on about how humanity has been influenced and forced to move away from all the things that give us strength, security, purpose, and meaning. A weak, immoral, systematic, ignorant, and population to the next creation of an psychologically, culturally, and biologically. Women are being replaced in sports, entertainment, and politics by men pretending to be women. And children are being indoctrinated at school to think that gender is a choice. The transgender movement is not a grassroots movement. It comes from the top. It has nothing to do with people's freedom of expression, sexuality, or civil rights. It's an evil psyop with a clear agenda to get us closer to transhumanism by making us question the most fundamental notion of human identity, our gender. If you don't know who you are, if you already identify as a hybrid between a man and a woman, you will be easily convinced to become a hybrid between human and machine. Gender ideology is the 2 + 2 = 5 from George Orwell's 1984 dystopian novel. It's the final test to see whether we will follow the most absurd party line towards our own extinction. But 2 + 2 = 4. And no matter how you choose to dress, call yourself, or change your physique, will not change that. The sad reality, though, is that in the gaslighting process to get us closer to a post-human future, they have mentally and physically harmed an increasing number of children and young people, and it's only getting worse. This must be stopped.
Women birthing people.
Jewish history, and it begins with 3 words. Dear Lord Rothschild.
Dear Lord Rothschild, I have much pleasure in conveying to you, on behalf of His Majesty's government, the following declaration of sympathy with Jewish Zionist aspirations, which has been submitted to and approved by the Cabinet.
Primarily a movement from Eastern Europe, but they didn't clarify who was in charge of that movement. And in addition, it was after all in Great Britain. So they felt that the Rothschild family should be the one to whom it was addressed. And Walter was Lord Rothschild, and he was a Zionist.
I could possibly ask you to read it for us.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I should be grateful if you would bring this declaration to the knowledge of the Zionist Federation, yours Arthur Balfour.
And here it is, the Balfour Declaration. What do you feel when you see it here?
I genuinely feel it's one of the most extraordinary moments in the history of the Jewish people.
Meyer Amschel Bauer, born in Frankfurt, Germany in 1744, was a moneylender and a go-to on Jew Street, whose shop had a sign out front with a red hexagram on it. Eventually, he would change his name to Rothschild, which is German for red sign. Rothschild soon learned that loaning money to governments and kings was more profitable than loaning money to private individuals. Not only were the loans good, but they were secured by the nation's taxes. Meyer Rothschild had 5 sons whom he trained in the skills of money creation and sent out to the major capitals of Europe to open branches of the family banking business. Where does that symbol come from?
It's never written explicitly in the Bible itself.
Is it in the Talmud? Is there a passage in the Bible about that or no?
No.
Okay. So you're not really sure exactly where that comes from?
No. You got it.
Nobody knows about it.
There must be somewhere, I do not remember exactly.
I believe that what they call the Star of David is actually the Star of Remphan. Because when you study the Bible, you see that when they worshiped other gods, the Bible talks about them carrying the banner of the star of their god Remphan.
You took up for yourself the star, that's the system star, of your god, called Remphan or Eel. All these were names for Moloch, the great Baal, the great fire god, who was the devil. They sacrificed their own children to Jesus to the star god.
When they worshiped a false god, they had the Star of Remphan as an icon and as a symbol. We never see a Star of David in Scripture, but the star of the false god Remphan. And so we know today that they were not worshiping the true God, because the Bible says, "He that denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father. But he that acknowledgeth the Son hath the Father also." If the Jews do not believe on the Son, the Bible says they don't have the Father. So who do they have? Somebody else.
Breaking news and a ruling that could decimate the landmark Voting Rights Act. A panel of federal appeals court judges has ruled that only the federal government, not citizens, not groups, can sue under a key part of the Voting Rights Act, which effectively guts that legislation in 7 states. Joyce Vance is back with us. That word decimate comes from UCLA election law expert who was Jane Tim, who wrote this story for us, talked to. Is it that serious?
It is extremely serious, but the first thing we should say...
Arm your company with the most powerful server hardware you can. But now you can achieve 125 times faster processing and use up to 50% less energy. Cove SDM, the first software-defined memory solution. Achieve more at cove.com.
Is that this will now be appealed to the Supreme Court of the United States. Although this is the law in the 8th Circuit, the impact is in the future, because what this in essence does is it says that during a Republican administration in the future, where the Justice Department would not be inclined to bring challenges under Section 2, no one else could do it. So that would mean that the cases that we've seen since the 2020 census that have challenged racially motivated gerrymanders, those types of lawsuits would cease to exist, since they could only be brought by DOJ and not by the private parties who routinely bring them, unless the Supreme Court acts to reverse this decision.
Think about it, y'all. Look, we building here. Every time you see them put somebody on the chopping block, it's such a coinky-dink that they're passing something right under our noses, just like when the list of, you know, the people that went to the island that was doing certain things, you know, that was happening. They had a lot of smoke and mirrors, just like they're doing the same thing with the whole attack on Trump. One shit right up under your noses, and we gotta be hip to this. We're gonna keep building. Y'all gonna see the bigger picture. Let's keep going though. We're gonna build.
It's fucking dark shit, but when you find out the prevalence of it in the Catholic Church, it's like, holy shit. They would catch these guys molesting children, they'd move them somewhere else. There was one guy that Pope Benedict had moved from one place to another place, and this one priest went on to molest 100 deaf kids. They brought him to a place where the kids were deaf. I mean, is there another organization that's so inexorably tied to child molesting like the Catholic Church?
Oftentimes, pedophiles will, become priests just because so they can get access to children. Crazy.
Well, not just access to children, but access to children where they are the representatives of God. So they have power over the parents, they have power over the church. It's dark, man. It's not a blanket statement you could say about people who run daycares. It's not. But, man, when it comes to Catholic Church, it's so prevalent and so hidden.
Motherfuckers know what they're doing.
I'm about to read you this word for word so you don't have to. This information is very researchable. Between 1502 and 1503, Caesar Borgia hired Leonardo da Vinci to be an architect and engineer, in which him and Leonardo da Vinci became intimate lovers in a homosexual relationship. Expressing his love for Caesar, Leonardo painted pictures of him. Caesar's father, Rodrigo Borgia, who later became Pope Alexander VI, under the authority of the Catholic Church elite, had his son's picture up as Jesus Christ in the Western world, and ordered every picture of a black Jesus destroyed. Caesar also had relations with his own sister, Lucrezia, and killed his own brother, Giovanni, in 1497.
Lucrezia, look, I had to stop. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that too often in the middle of the goddamn video. But Lucrezia, like, was she black?
And this is the man whom the Catholic Church gave their consent to allow his picture to be put up and to be portrayed as Jesus Christ.
This is the one. This explains our purpose on Earth in this truth. Y'all couldn't stop asking me about it, so here you go. I can't even say it. Who are the Anunnaki? Simple terms, they're the true OG creation myth as recorded by the ancient Sumerians, who are widely regarded as the first ever civilization in history. Predating even the Egyptians, the Sumerians existed about 6,000 years ago. And in 1849, our whole understanding of ancient history was shattered when 14 tablets over 4,000 years old were uncovered in the region of Mesopotamia. Y'all ready for this one? Because these tablets pretty much explain our purpose on Earth in the most clear-cut way possible. This is the story of the Anunnaki, the Eridu Genesis. So, 4,500 years ago, yes, I said that number correctly, supposed creator gods came to Earth in search of resources. The Anunnaki, whose name can be taken to mean those from which heaven to earth came. They came from another world called Nibiru, one that visits Earth every 36 red flag. Another planet visiting ours this infrequently is impossible, right? Not according to NASA. In fact, they've been finding evidence of this planet for years. Except they call it Planet X, or Planet 9. And many top-ranking researchers analyze data and pretty much all but confirmed its existence. And the reason we can't see it is because its orbit looks like this. A super elongated path around the sun that only gets close to Earth every 3,600 years. And we know orbits like this are physically possible, as they've observed in other exoplanets. Anyway, story goes on to say that living conditions at Nibiru deteriorated and became hostile. So the Anunnaki came down to Earth for some goods, specifically water and gold, which actually helps restore the planet's health. Now, it might just be a coincidence, but gold is actually used in modern spacecraft to shield from radiation. So were the Sumerians aware of that? They established a base on Earth called Eridu, made for collecting these resources in the Persian Gulf. They sent down Enki, Anu's son, to lead this expedition and rule over Eridu. With him, he brought the Igigi, another race of demigods who were essentially their slaves to gather the gold and water they needed. Now, the Igigi were down bad after 250,000 years of slave labor with little reward. So they revolted but lost, and now the Anunnaki have no workers. So Anu orders Enki to create a new slave race, intelligent yet obedient. Enki combines his essence with a species of capable and savages that exist on Earth at this time. That would be Homo erectus, our prehistoric ancestors. And through this process, he created humans, us, Homo sapiens. Now, this combining of essence is taken to be interpreted as genetic engineering. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, I know, but y'all remember Bob Lazar, the whistleblower on all that UFO, space tech, and aliens, which literally all turned out to be true? Just listen to what he had to say about certain classified documents regarding genetic engineering.
There's an extremely classified document dealing with religion about that saying basically that we're a product of genetic engineering from someone. Yeah, but how did you just follow that all?
I don't know about you, but he clearly seemed genuinely uncomfortable talking about this, and I can't think of any reason he'd actually lie about it. So in the tablets, they call this new species the first men, translated to Adamu. Now in Hebrew, Adam translates to man. So Adamu is taken to mean men of Adam. Does that name sound familiar to you? Reminder that these tablets were dated to around 2400 BC, a whole 1,000 years before the book of Genesis was first said to be written. These new genetic hybrid humans started working in mines in place of the original Igigi, which in return for their work were educated with the gift of civilization, language, agriculture, governing, housing, technology, medicine. Some Anunnaki got a little close to the humans and corrected them. Yes, that's exactly what you did, humans, and gave birth to giants, even though they were specifically instructed to not procreate with them. At this point, there's a new leader in charge, Enlil, who was Enki's brother, and he wasn't having any of this debauchery. But no biggie, because he had a population control plan in place. A cataclysmic event that wipes humanity from the Earth, said to be caused by Nibiru's gravitational effect on Earth, aka the Great Flood. How convenient. Enlil took this opportunity to dip back to Nibiru so that Earth can be rid of all these unworthy inhabitants. The translations claim that Enlil and his crew left in their celestial boats that took them to the sky and circled Earth. Hey, that sounds like spaceships, rockets, orbits today, but Enki felt more sympathy, so he instructed some chosen humans to build boats so they could survive the flood. No, it's our big one. This flood lasted for 7 days. Yet another crazy story told by almost every other culture of our past. There is countless proof of this intense flooding all around the world, but that's a rabbit hole for another time. The small number of humans that survived the flood started to rebuild civilization. Enki and other Anunnaki helped them rebuild in all corners of the Earth, which is said to have given rise to the pyramids, megaliths, and advanced masonry techniques that we see all over the world. And eventually they left Earth and they had one civilization that was more advanced than the rest. And this were the Sumerians. This exact story is even told in the Atrahasis of the Akkadians and the Enuma Elish from the Babylonians. Now this is where it gets tricky. The Anunnaki appointed kings, humans that acted as their representatives on Earth to make sure that the people still lived under their control. Whose ruling authority would be passed down to every generation and what would become the elite class as we know today. You know, Rothschilds, Illuminati, Royal Family, Freemasons, or whatever you want to call it. And it's how they continue to rule Earth for thousands of years to this day from a planet far ass away. Basically, the story claims that we're a genetically engineered species that was designed as slaves to serve a ruling class. And we really do see this slave master paradigm all throughout history. Up until the last couple hundred years, the entire world population was divided into a peasant class and an upper class of royals, nobles, the rulers, kings, emperors, shoguns, and the plebs they rule over. But today, things are different. Or are they? Did the peasant class just become become the modern-day working class, and the ruling class now work behind the scenes in an attempt to give us the illusion of freedom?
Yo, good morning, hello, GG, morning, hello. My bad, Beth. I was definitely not looking up at the screen.
Thank God you're back, Kyle. Or I see lights. Wait, is that him?
What's up, bro? How you doing this morning? Did I just... Oh my God, I hit the button on the remote. Hold on. Alright.
Oh, it's blue. Look at that.
I did a big art show last night. I'm just trying to make some morning social media posts. I need to see how charged this damn tablet is. I kind of figured that. Fuck, bro, this shit is dead. I'll be damned. Alright, I gotta charge the tablet. Oh my God. But yeah, I just need to make some social media posts from last night. Might have to make a little real quick. Have to make a real quick. You can make a reel, a 10-minute reel now. That's not even a reel. You might as well just put that on your Insta TV or make it a video. It's 10 minutes is a lot. Duce, I don't speak Dutch, bro. I like that shit. don't know which one of these fucking beats he is. They're trying to make a Instagram reel from last night. Yo, that shit was hot, yo. Snow. We got a little bit of snow like 2 days ago. It was like a little powder, but not much. We ain't expecting no snow no time soon. Manchester United, what's that, football? Chicago Bulls. I don't watch no sports. I don't watch sports at all. All right, I think that's it. I'm seeing if I can see it on camera.
trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen. Better, bring a better bat because I'm bigger, better. Solo single, selling several shows at every single second. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Kinda came and crushed the competition, hope they get the message. Look, living it fast, spinning my M in the bag. I never go slow, thinking I'll crash. End up a thing in the past, they know I won't though. Big fish catching me, they gon' need a bigger boat. Ironic how the world stops when I spin a globe. Always showing up. Right. Last year's song still holding up. See the name now and they know what's up. Right. Price hit the top and it's going up. I'm a trendsetter. League of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. B.O.D. Get the spell check, a fact check, and prevent errors.
I like it. That's a good, cool little reel. Alright, so now I need to, I want to save that. Can I download this? Alright, so I'm going to download it and then I'm going to put it on my TikTok and see if I can upload it to YouTube as a short. I'm not sure if this has the sound on it or not. I know the sound didn't come with it. You know what? Yo, Hazy, what up, bro? What's good with you, man?
What is important to you?
I'm trying to make some. He's not early CBD. I don't know what the. Trying to find the right beat to use. How come I won't let me use it? Alright. I made some posts this morning. It only took me a fucking hour.
Now look at this. Guns are live.
I'm mad my shit didn't save with music. Alright. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I wasn't planning on doing too much in here this morning. Yo, I'm fucking tripping right now. Yo, I can't even believe like how many people actually like this shit. I just posted shit like 5 minutes ago. There's like 25 likes on it. But last night was decent. It was decent. It was as good as I could have hoped for because the weather was a little crappy last night. It was kind of raining off and on, so much so that they had a Christmas event all scheduled and set up on the square. Like all the tents and the vendors were ready to go, and then they heard there was like this slight chance of rain, and then the vendors shut down because they thought the people weren't going to come out, and then people came out but they didn't stay because the vendors were shut down. So last night it was weird. So it wasn't a lot of people out last night, but to say that, I got a lot of people to come to the show because there wasn't a lot of people out. So most people who were out just actually came to my show, which was pretty good. So Still just doing the social media thing real quick. This shit crazy. Okay, I gotta do something real quick. Let's see. Alright, I guess that's about as much as I can do right now. This is the, like I say, this is the weirdest part about trying to get people on your art is like branding and advertising and social media management and all this other shit that comes with it. Hmm. It's weird. My internet is kind of slow right now. Alright, what I can do. Alright, I did a lot of social media management this morning about art. So I'm calling, and I did it from the studio. So I'm calling that studio time. I did work on some type of art in here this morning. I neglected to charge the iPad last night, and now it's, well, it's halfway charged already. It's at 50%. But let's see. I really doubt if any of these paints are still any good on here. I haven't actually painted in a couple of days. Been working on art stuff, but I just haven't painted. So oh, that's still good. Alright, so some of that black, I can just keep that on there. Damn. Okay, Mr. Blackity Black. See you holding up. Nice and wet. Alright. So you can save that black. Alright, so what if I you know what if I do paint a little bit real quick? What if I try to just block in some of the background, at least some of the sky, because this is only two colors, really, just teal and white. I might can do that. Teal and white. Seems pretty simple to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't seem like a lot of thought needs to go into that. And I'm gonna just try to grab like a big brush or a semi. I'm gonna need more teal than that. I already know, but I always waste too much paint, so I'll wait a second before I add more. I'll drop this down. Alright, probably even lower. Just do the top real quick. I already got some. I already got like the first load of clothes in that laundry. I think I'm gonna try to block this sky in, and just do some chores this morning. Do some chores, man. Get some chores done. Gotta do laundry, wash dishes. I really need to see what I got in the meal prep for the week. Is that too high? Might be a little too high. Starting to get messages already. Alright, we all caught up on all the messages, everything. Okay. Alright, I guess we're good to go. Let's try to paint something, like I said, real quick. Social media is so demanding and attention consuming. I hate when I get stuck on there. Sometimes I know it's like, once again, to share the art and all that shit, you gotta kind of like do that, but I hate how I get like stuck on it sometimes.
The bottom of the screen said train professional. What you train in profession in? Because, I mean, I ain't gonna just say I'm no professional or nothing, but like I got the experience. I done used the show before, and most of it we just kind of dig with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we hit the dirt with it. But I don't think that's what you're supposed to do with no show. I'm gonna shut up. Hey, if it's cool with you. I think I'm about to fuck some shit up. Let's see. Maybe like that. Yo. Well, good morning, everybody. Yep. Right back at it like we ain't never left. You know what I'm saying? Right back at it like we ain't never left. I was gonna take a little break this morning, but I want to do a little something, just a little teeny, if it's just a little teeny bit. Preparing for my show last night. It took the past couple of days, so I haven't actually painted in a few days. And so this morning, thanks everybody for all the likes and the hearts and everything. So I got up and did the little social media thing. I did it from the studio, so I consider that as like working on art. That's still kind of studio time. Am I stretching it or no? I don't think I'm stretching it. You know what I'm saying? Posting, I don't know. When I post stuff about art, I count that as art time. But I still feel like I'm tired of shit. I'm a little hungover, but I want to paint something, just a little bit. I haven't painted, like I say, in 2 days, and this is how I know, like I'm a real artist, because like after a couple of days of not painting, that shit don't feel right. I'd be like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But that's anybody who's passionate about anything. You know, if you don't do it for a while, even if it's just a few days, you notice that shit. Like. And I don't even want to do a lot. I just want to put some color on the canvas. That's all I want to do. I just want to put a little color. Can I do that for like, let me see. I give myself like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something. I just want to put some color on here. Something. Then I think I'll feel better. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'll feel better. But last night was amazing, fantastic. A really good turnout. and so much love and support and encouragement and motivation and even the weather wasn't that bad. It was weird. Scranton got a lot of mixed signals last night. There was supposed to be like some art thing on the square. I mean, like some Christmas holiday stuff on the square. But people were worried about the weather, and so I don't know. My buddies was telling me like the vendors had closed down and nobody really wasn't out, and I was like, where? But it really didn't turn out to be a terrible, terrible night. It was wet, and of course it's December, so it's not like nice and warm out. But for a December day, it wasn't terrible. And I think that, like I say, the crowds weren't as big as they normally are. But even saying that, like, so many people came to my show last night. It was like at least half the crowd that came out stopped by the show. So I'm pleased with that. And above all, like, it was like all my homies, all my art buddies, so many of my coworkers came out. One of the volunteers from my after school program came out. I was like, yo, she really showed up for the jump. I was like, that was so cool. Yeah. Like I say, all together, I really think it was a good time. I might get a little smaller brush to get close up by his head. I really want to add like should have did that first. Yeah, I need a lot of this white. Maybe right here, like this. Yeah, way more white than I thought I was going to use just now, but it's all good. We'll just keep adding little by little as we need it. Alright, we are watching the beginning of a new painting. I'm always excited at this part because it's so ugly. This part right here be so like ugly in the beginning. And so I just love the process of watching these sketches turn into these really blocky paintings and then just trying to refine it into something that's amazing to look at. So, alright, so now I want to get back into some more of this teal. I might want to keep it a little darker right around this side right here. Add a little bit more medium, try to stretch this out a little bit. Since this is the underpainting, I'll be painting over the sky at least one other time, maybe 2 more times. So I can kind of thin this out a little bit. Let's see if how much can we get in here real fast. Just like this. I gotta reach so far. I'm trying to get all the paint off this brush as I can. Yo, good morning, good morning. I got asked so many times last night, when do you find time to paint? And it's like, after work and Saturday and Sundays. So normally on Saturday and Sunday mornings, on the weekends, I just try to get up and start my day out like this. So I can keep bringing some good art to the world. Hopefully this next series is going to be a little eye-catching. It's definitely a lot different from, well, not a lot different, but a different kind of subject matter. Once again, I'm starting a new series and I'm trying to tell a different story about the ancient giant creator gods, and you can see like how big he is over everyone else, and he has this magnificent golden gilded armor. So who were these people? Where did they come from? Did they really create man? Were they really the gods of the Bible that we've all read about? Or were they something else? Were they more human than God? Or, you know, I love thinking about different kind of ancient myths and legends, but most of the time myths and legends stem from something that is very, very true. Very true. Drawing originals or replicating a picture. That's, I don't know. I don't really, I always use a reference. So in essence, I'm always replicating an image. I can draw from my imagination sometimes. And some things come out okay if I draw from my imagination, but I haven't trained myself in that way. I like to try to recreate what I see. And so, like I say, in essence, I'm always drawing or replicating a picture or using a image as a reference. And even this image here is my own creation. It's my own idea, and I came up with this image. And so I'm replicating my own image in a way. And so that's what I learned a long time ago about when I got into a situation with a museum, when they realized that I didn't photograph the reference for the painting that I used. And they said, well, if you didn't photograph the reference, then it's not technically your idea. It's not your intellectual property. Even if you did create an original painting with your own hands from that image, if you didn't come up with the image yourself, then it's technically not yours. And I kind of understand that fully. But I know a lot of professional artists who do use photographers to help them get references, because most painters aren't photographers. My favorite painter, one of my favorite painters of all time, Norman Rockwell. Norman Rockwell, he had 2 or 3 photographers that he worked with for his paintings. He rarely photographed his own stuff. He would always have someone else photograph it, and then he would paint the image. But like I say, I've learned my lesson with that, so all of the images that I use nowadays, I photograph my own stuff. This isn't a photograph, this reference, but it is my own original AI generated image. So it is, once again, my own thoughts, my own concept that went into making this image. But it's still me replicating something that I came up with, instead of just trying to do it straight from my mind's eye. Yeah. bit more. I was gonna try to get a smaller brush to outline around his head, but I'll just do it with this fat brush. Just the underpainting. If you know, if a little paint gets on wherever spots, it's all good. We'll just come back and paint over it. Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to throw some kind of colors on the canvas. It was just irking me that I haven't actually physically painted in a couple of days. So just doing this much, I feel a lot better. I've started. I've done something. I can see the canvas has changed. I feel good now. Today, I just want to get some chores and stuff done, get the house squared away, and I am going to game for a long time today. No lie. I'll probably put at least a couple hours in on the game real quick. I'd say the past 2 or 3 days, I've just been like Artzilla, I guess. It's kind of like Bridezilla, but when it comes to the art shit and trying to get a show together, just like, I need this right. I gotta do this. And this needs to be in order. I gotta tell this person. I gotta advertise here. And then I couldn't fucking sleep, and it's just like, And I barely slept like the past 2 nights, and then last night I tried to sleep, and I don't know, my mind was still wired up from the evening before that I barely got any sleep last night. But it's all good. Everything is good, you know. You sleep when you're dead. You know, everything is good. I feel real good about last night. I feel good this morning. We're starting some new art. Not just starting new art, we're starting a completely new series, which was why I wanted to emphasize with my show last night the aspect of different series that I tried to come up with, and how they stand alone as narratives and conversation pieces, but then all of my artwork together, it can make a big show. But when you dissect it, there's very distinct themes and topics throughout the different series. And so this year, I'm starting a brand new series, something I've wanted to do for a while, and I just hope people like this as much as they like some of the other stuff. All right. What's good? What's good in the hood? Probably just try to feather a little bit of this out. Man. Oh, what I could do, actually, before I get carried away, go ahead and paint these edges up nice and good. Something I be neglecting a lot is painting the edges of the canvas. Alright, God dang, why is it feels like there's a lot of paint in this brush, but it's not. I gotta squeeze this shit out. Yo, my one guy came through the show last night. Like I say, I teach life skills classes in our local prison. Just like it's not prison, like the county jail, but some motherfuckers be sitting in that bitch for years, like. And yeah, one of the guys who was recently incarcerated, but also recently released, I noticed he wasn't, because he was really consistent on coming to classes. Like he rarely missed any classes, and very like involved, very engaged, and very much understanding that you know the system is skewed sometimes. But like I say, he recently got out like a couple weeks ago. I noticed he wasn't there for one class, and I asked about him, and somebody's like, "Yo, he's gone." I'm like, "Word, about time they let that dude, they released that dude." And so, what we tell the guys too while they're incarcerated is, you know, the organization, we got a lot of different resources. So when you guys do get released, just come holla at us and we can help with a few things. And so once the guys on the inside told me, oh, he already got out, I'm like, cool, I should be seeing him anytime soon. And you know, then a week go by, didn't see him or didn't hear from him. Then another week go by, still ain't heard nothing from him. Then another week go by, I'm like, all right, this dude he's probably, most of the time I just hope the guys are good, you know, they can get out and go back to their families or whatever and find a quick job and everything just all right and they don't need our help. But so I always hope that is the scenario, that they're doing so good that they don't need our services. But sometimes guys will get out and fall right back into them same habits. So it's hard to tell sometimes which one is which. But yesterday at work, my boss tell me that, yo, my man's called. I was like, what? He called? She said, yeah, he called. He want to come in for job search and do this and that. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. I wasn't sure if I was going to hear from him or not. And so she gave me his number to call him back. So I called him back and he didn't answer. Left him a voicemail, you know, telling him I'm happy he's out. Can't wait to see him on the outside, this and that. And then last night, I get to my show early because that block that the gallery is on, no lie, it's a popular block. There's like 2 or 3 popular bars right there, and then the next block over there's another couple of popular bars and some good restaurants. And so most of the time on First Fridays, those couple of blocks are filled and it's hard to find any parking. So I got out there early because I wanted to park right in front of the gallery because I'm not trying to walk 2-3 blocks to my own goddamn art show. So I get there early and goddamn yo, my man's walk up in the gallery. The dude I had called who had recently got released from prison, I'm like, yo, he walk up in that joint. I'm like, yo, bro, it's good. He's like, yo, T, whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like, man, I called you today. You know, he said something about, oh, I talked to your boss and you know, I was gonna come by the center and this and that. I'm like, bro, I already called you today. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, she gave me a number. I called you and left you a voicemail earlier today. He was like, oh, okay. But no, it's just crazy, like, how, once again, I just tried to call this motherfucker, then he pop up at my damn show. And I'm like, how you know about this shit, yo? How you even know this was here? He was like, oh, I did. I was just walking down the street. And then he was like, I walked by this building and I seen your damn name on the goddamn window. And I look in there and I seen the paintings. I was like, wait a minute. This got to be that. And so he said, even before I got there, he had already walked by, and he walked in and he started asking the gallery attendants questions, and they was like, yes, it's me, and I should be there anytime. And so he dipped out, but he came right back. Like I say, I was only there for a few minutes, and then he came back in. I was like, okay, but that was cool, man. I like connecting with the guys on the outside. that's always a big plus for me when these guys get out and just try to keep in contact with them and get, keep them encouraged and keep them motivated. Try to help them find work and shit like that, man. And shit be rough, bro. For everybody, most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Not some of the time. Shit be rough most of the time. Life is crazy, man. Life is crazy. And if you ain't born with some silver spoon in your mouth or some dumbass shit, like, that shit just be what it be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And some motherfuckers gotta learn how to tuck and roll, bitch. Tuck and roll. You know what I'm saying? Try to minimize the damage. But for guys who be like that, who just got dealt a shitty hand, been through a bunch of hard knocks, I be trying to look out for them, man. Cause all the motherfuckers they not bad people, bro. They not bad people. Now they some bad, man. I ain't that shit, man. Look, some motherfuckers need a death penalty. I'ma just hold you straight. I am all for capital punishment. Kill a motherfucker, bro. You do something heinous, I'll pull the trigger. Wait, what you want? You want the electric chair or you want the injection? I'm pulling the trigger on either one of them. How you want you want old fashioned the guillotine or the motherfucking hanging block, whatever. I'm pulling the trigger. Cause some people, you do something so bad, you might as well leave the party. I don't even want you at the party no more. You got to go. But for some people just make mistakes, man. And almost everybody has done something that they should go to fucking jail for. Almost everybody. If you live long enough, I'm in my 40s. I done did shit that I know I should have been in jail for. Just ain't got caught. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't get caught. Whether you driving with an open container, you buying weed from your homie and ride around with weed in the car. Hey man, those are all jailable offenses. You know what I'm saying? We've all done something. If we got caught for it, we would have got in trouble. And once again, that don't make nobody a bad person. Sometimes people just do stupid shit because it's funny. Sometimes people do stupid shit out of high emotions and anger, frustration and desperation. Sometimes people do stupid shit because they're fucking hungry and starving or cold and wet. And people, even very, very, very intelligent people, have the capacity to make mistakes. Simple as that. Everybody can make a mistake. Everybody is valuable. So that's why I like connecting with the guys, especially the ones who you can tell, like, it don't take a long time to tell a dumb motherfucker from a smart motherfucker. Like, smart motherfuckers who know, like, they just fucked up. All right, I got caught. Let me do this shit. Let me get out and get back on my dean. You know, simple as that. Them the motherfuckers I be looking out for. Motherfuckers who just dumb and you done been to jail 7 times, and when you get out, you gonna go back and do the same thing, and your ass gonna come right back in here. I can't hardly work with them people. If you ain't ready to help yourself, I ain't ready to help you, because I'm wasting my time now. Time, energy, all that shit. But my mans I seen who stopped by the show last night, he's straight up. He'll be alright. You know what I'm saying? He definitely gonna be alright. But one other man, I don't know, he might have got out because we was having class on Thursday, and they called his ass out the classroom, and he ain't never came back. Okay, they might have took his ass for assessment to move his ass. So hoping I might see his ass on the outside soon. All right, I'm gonna wash this brush. I'm gonna get a bigger brush and try to feather this out a little bit, and then I think that'll be it for this morning. Like I say, I really just wanted to do anything, just put any kind of color on this canvas this morning for the simple fact that I haven't painted in a couple of days. And so right now, just getting this thing started, slapping some colors on here, it makes me feel better. It quiets the urge, you know. It soothes my soul. Now that I've gotten some kind of color, I can see that it's actually started to come to life. I feel a little bit better today. But I ain't want to do too much either, because I ain't gonna lie, yo, I stressed out for the past couple of days over this show. The show turned out amazing, as they always do, but I still stress over that shit any fucking way. But the show turned out amazing. So many people came out and showed so much love and support. But I just haven't been sleeping well lately because I've been stressing about this show. And I haven't done anything else other than stress and try to get ready for this shit. So today I think I'm gonna just kind of chill. I don't mind having like a little chill Saturday today. Do some chores and play some video games. That's my main thing. But like I said, this morning I did want to do something. And wow, why did I do that? God damn it! I know I just painted the edge of that shit. Then I still just like touched the damn thing. Motherfucker. All right. See, that's that amateur rookie type shit. I still be fucking up. Anyway. Thanks to everyone this morning in the stream. Just popping in, checking out some art this morning. Y'all already know what I be doing. If y'all click on this stream, y'all already know what time it is. So I appreciate the art lovers. Oh, trap streaming? That nigga probably in the studio working. Y'all know what y'all be in for. So I do appreciate when y'all come in here and check me out and just watch the progress on the paintings. Trying to make some little fluffy clouds here. I really feel like I'm doing the Bob Ross right now. Y'all don't feel me like that? Come on, now stop playing. You hear the canvas, listen. Tell me that ain't that Bob Ross sound. I love that sound. I don't even, hey, let me turn this, it's fucking cold up here this morning. I got this space heater on behind me humming. But once that heater turns off, you can really hear that brush on that canvas. I don't know why that sound is so soothing. It's like that sound it's like it massages my brain. I really just want to feather this out as good as possible. It's all good that I'm kind of getting a little bit on the figure. That's why I wanted to do the background first, because I know I had to feather it so much that it's going to muddle these lines up. I don't want to lose the lines completely, but I don't mind if it gets a little on there. I want this background to be really soft. One more time, let me try to wipe this brush off. Oh, and my man's got me the new sweater I wore last night. Bruh, look at Happy Strokes. You already know. Happy little strokes, man. But my man's got me the new Psycho Bunny sweater last night. That shit too fire. What is this? I see something. Some trash. Wow, it took forever for that space heater to turn off. But here we go. Listen. Check it out. Listen. I don't know why it is. When I don't stream, if I'm in here by myself working sometimes, I really just try to have it as quiet as possible so I can hear it. Just to hear this. I'm just having fun now. This is mental masturbation over here. Alright. So, some of the background is blocked in. I did something. I feel productive. And I have witnesses. Everybody saw me this morning. I painted. So when I'm on a game for a 4-hour stretch, just playing Call of Duty, don't nobody say shit to me. I don't want to hear no shit. Y'all saw me paint this morning. You know what I'm saying? I did stuff. I was creative. I put paint on the canvas. I swear, y'all have to do this to justify my game time. Like, sometimes I'll be playing a game for a couple hours and I'll be like, I just started thinking to myself, like, bro, you know you could have been painting for 3 hours, but no, you're sitting here playing video games for 3 hours instead of painting. Then I'll be feeling bad and shit. But as long as I can do this shit first, that little voice don't never get to me. I'll tell that motherfucker to shut up then. You know you could be painting, bitch, shut up. I was already in the studio this morning. I'm a Gemini, so yeah, I do have like literal conversations with my two selves. And they don't like each other all the time. The lazy motherfucker hate the productive motherfucker, and the productive motherfucker hate that lazy motherfucker. But the lazy motherfucker be winning out sometimes. That motherfucker will win out. I don't think that's clean as it can be. I want to change this thinner out real quick. Wash that brush out again because I put a lot of that teal paint in these bristles just now. And that teal don't play, man. Once that teal get up in there, teal and them blues, man, look, man, that shit be so hard to clean up. I better double dip it. Double dip it and some cleaner, thinner. Alright, that might be clean enough. Still getting some pigment, but these bigger brushes, they're pretty durable, so I don't have to worry about them too much. And they're not for fine line work anyway. They are just for covering big spaces, so they don't have to be perfect, you know. But I do want to try to get as much paint out of it as I can. That's the only thing too about using the bigger brushes. They hold so much excess paint. It's just like, damn, so hard to clean this thing. Y'all want to see me do the real Bob Ross? How that motherfucker used to... Y'all don't know about that. Yeah, that motherfucker take that brush, and I just beat the hell out of it. That's how I used to keep his shit soft. He just beat that shit right on the edge of his motherfucking easel. Hard as fuck. Whop, 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 whop. Throwing thinner everywhere, just like I did. Now the whole damn studio smell like thinner now. But all right, we got a little sky, a little bit of sky blocked in, and it don't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? Don't look too bad. About to do the ancient Anunnaki gods, the giants who created mankind, the ones who gave us our love for gold. Why we still don't really understand why every culture throughout history, all over the planet, on every continent, why motherfuckers always like gold? Huh? The Mayas, the Incas, the motherfucking Arabs, the Africans, the Asians, motherfuckers in South America. Everybody love gold. Why? Why we love gold so much? Are you religious? Do you believe in the Bible? Have you ever read the Bible? Turn to the second page in Genesis. Normally in any Bible, I don't care how they print it, that shit is normally like on the second or third page of the Bible where God mentions the gold in the Garden of Eden. And he doesn't really tell you why he mentions the gold. He just says, yo, they some good ass gold in the garden. Y'all ain't never questioned that. What's up with the fucking gold thing? So I really think that our history is slowly being rewritten. The more we uncover these ancient sites in northern Turkey, like Göbekli Tepe, and the more we find these ancient ruins in America, like the Sage Wall in Montana, motherfuckers realize our history goes way further back than most people can even imagine, and the progenitors of what we call the human race may not be exactly what we think it is. The gods of the Sumerians, the gods of the Dogon may have some validity to their ancient myths and their ancient legends. And so in this next series, we will be touching on some of those ideas and some of those concepts of a lost ancient civilization of great giants who created mankind. Hope y'all enjoy it. I'll get with y'all next time. Peace.